I'm going to turn one of these two paintings into a greeting card. Now, the difference in between these two artworks is that the one on the left was photographed. So you can see that the angles are a little bit wobbly. You can see that the paper has buckled a little bit. And the light is quite cold because I took this photograph in the morning. The one on the right has been scanned. So whilst the contrast and saturation might be a bit low, the angles of this image are straight and the image appears to be flat. It's in high resolution. And so that's like the benefit of scanning your images. But I understand that maybe not everyone has a scanner on their house. So if you are going to take a photograph, just make sure to place your artwork by a window to avoid weird shadows, and also try to keep the angles right. So I've logged into my Canva account, and a really quick introduction to the interface. Once you create your account, you will enter this space. You have a vertical menu on the left. We're mainly going to be using the Create button. Just so you know, in this homepage, when you scroll down, you have a lot of templates for different things. It's a very practical tool, but we're going to create something bespoke. So in this box, you will be able to search for templates. But if you want to create a design from scratch, you'll have to tap on this Create button up here on the left. Here you're going to write folded card. And this gives you these options. You have the option of creating a landscape card or a portrait card. I'm going to tap on the portrait folded card. To import an image, you have to tap on the Uploads icon, tap on Uploads File, and on the desktop, you can select the photo that you took or the scan, even better. I'm going to select this photo just to show you how to do it with a photograph and show you that it's possible. Even if you don't have a scanner, you can still do a beautiful card. To import this image onto my canvas, I just have to tap on it. And now you have this image here, which is not the best, I have to admit, but we're gonna make it better. You can see that when you tap on your image, this bounding box appears and you can adjust it. So you can crop your image by adjusting each of these sides. And if at some point you see that you want to position your photo differently, you just have to double click on your image, and this will allow you to move your image within the bounding box. In my case, I'm going to rotate it a little bit. That's better, and that's nice actually. Okay, now my image is placed. It's looking a little bit dark. So I'm going to select my image, and in here you will find this edit icon. So I'm going to tap on it. And there's loads of things in here, but we're going to explore the adjust for now. You can try the auto adjust, although it doesn't always work. It did pretty well in this case, but I'm going to go back just to show you how to do it manually. You can either tap on Ctrl Z, but you can also tap on this undo arrow and it will undo the last steps. And now I'm going to start adjusting these things. I'm going to see what happens if I increase the brightness a little bit. That's instantly better. I can reduce the contrast a bit. You can play around with these handles. It's very personal to each artwork and also to your personal taste. I'm going to increase the temperature a little bit, because I took this photograph early in the morning and so everything is very blue. Now this color edit is really cool and it varies depending on the image. In this case, I can adjust each color, although the blues, all the image is blue, so it's different, it's difficult to check. But if I tap on the yellow, you can see that I can modify just the color of the house, which is incredible. I really love this feature. And I'm going to leave it yellow. Okay, so now I have my image placed in the frontal area of my card. And if you tap on print with Canva, even if you don't print it, you can see a preview of how your card would look printed, which is really nice. And before adding some text, I'm going to add a little detail on the back. So I'm going to tap on Elements and I'm going to search Circle Frame. And this menu appears, so I'm going to tap on the first circle frame, which has a landscape inside. Now I'm going to paste this image and put it inside. So I'm going to select my image and tap on Control Copy, Control Paste, or you can also tap on these 3 dots here, tap on Copy, and then right click. So now I'm going to hover this image on top of the circle until the image appears within it. And you can see that it's cropped. So to adjust the image, I'm going to double click on this and enlarge. And I'm going to adjust the rotation to just leave the beautiful little house. How cute is that? So now I'm going to make it smaller and I'm going to add a little message at the back. Now I'm going to add a piece of text to make this card even more personal. So I'm going to go to the left vertical menu and tap on text. If you add a text box, it creates quite a small text, so sometimes I like to scroll down and tap on heading or subheading, and this is easier to read. So if you double click on it, you can write a personal message. I'm going to write something very generic, like Merry Christmas. I hope it's well written. And I'm going to place it below and adjust the size. Now this font is not the nicest, so I'm going to change it. I'm going to tap on it, and then here on the first box, on this top menu that appears, you can choose different fonts. And below the search box, you will find all of these different collections: handwriting, corporate, there's a little arrow here, serif, bold, cool, retro. Let's see what cool has to offer. That's actually quite nice. It's called Miss Truly. I like that font. It's very Christmassy. So I'm going to copy and paste it and add something at the back. And so if you're giving this to someone special, then you can add like a personalized message. I'm going to put "with love, Sylvie." Let's say that I'm going to send this to someone I care about, and then this could be a smaller too. Lastly, I'm going to tap on body, and I'm going to write my website. You can keep adding as many details as you want. I'm going to make this uppercase with this arrow, with this icon here. And with this icon here, I'm going to increase the letter spacing. You can select all of it and tap on group, which is very useful. And now I'm going to save my card onto my computer. So I'm going to tap on share. I'm going to tap on download. And in here, if you tap on the arrow, you will have different formats. You have PDF for print, which is good. JPEG is also good, but I'm going to tap on PDF for print. I'm going to tap on download. And I'm going to search for my printed card. And here it is. How beautiful is that? Now you can print it, send that on the post to someone that you love, and that's it. That's the tutorial I wanted to share with you. I would love to see your card if you print it or if you create it, and you can tag me at silviaospina.art on Instagram, or even send it to me via email at hello@silviaospina.com. Have a nice day, have a nice Christmas ahead, and hope you create loads of personalized gifts with what you've learned in the creative gift. All my love to you, and keep creating. Bye!